Hello lovelies, and welcome to today's very special video. So today I'm going to be doing a very special challenge that was done by the very gorgeous Kailin Chase, who is one of the contestants on Instant Influencer. If you haven't seen it and you're into makeup and makeup artistry, definitely check it out. I've been really enjoying these really young, beautiful, talented people who's getting to express themselves in a very, very interesting, slightly different forum that we normally see on TV, and here it is over on YouTube. So what I loved is she did, in 15 minutes, she challenged herself to come up with a fully red carpet ready, or we'll call it an after 5 look. Yeah, which is kind of not for everyone, because normally these things take a long time for an artist to produce, possibly even a few hours. So I've decided to challenge myself to do the same thing, come up with a beautiful after 5 glam look in 15 minutes, but using all of my natural products. So I'm going to try and keep it 100% natural. I think we can definitely do 95% natural products today and still come up with a beautiful glam look. So if you're interested to see how I do that, please do come along. I'll be setting a timer on my computer, so we definitely won't be cheating, and we'll see what we can come up with and how glam we can get in 15 minutes. Okay, first things first though, we've got to take off all this makeup from today's look. So I'm going to be using my beautiful mirror oil and microfiber cloth, and going to have a clean face to start with, and I've also put on a bit of a nicer dress on for you, and a bit of a shiny tickle to have the whole look complete. Okay, fresh face. So what we're going to do before we do anything else is apply some beautiful moisturizer, because you need your canvas to be ready to receive. Okay, the first thing I'm going to definitely do is brows, because it won't be glam without a nice statement brow that's natural looking but also filled and, you know, really making a statement on the face. You definitely don't want to skip out on brows. It's one of those things, just like contour, that is going to make or break a look, I think, especially if you're trying to go to an event or say a wedding, or not that we're allowed to do any of that, but let's call it a really special Zoom meeting, maybe, you know, catching up with some loved ones overseas, wanting to look your best, maybe for an online event that's trying to achieve 18,000 people across Australia and New Zealand. Details below, guys. I hope you can make it if you're from around here. It's going to be so exciting tomorrow. 18 really beautiful minutes, really impactful. Hope we can do it. 18 for 18.com.au if you're from down under. Love to see you there. Okay, that is our brow. So while we're here, I'm going to actually use this brush. I don't normally, but I'm just going to do it for time's sake. I'm just going to draw in my contour. We can buff this out later, it doesn't matter. So far the only thing I've skipped is my SPF product, because you don't really need it of an evening, but I would normally use it anyway. But I thought we don't really need it for the hurried look. But I will never ever skip out on my Savvy Minerals misting spray. So I've got my contour on, and we're going to do some blending now using the beautiful powder from Savvy Minerals. So let's do some spray. Okay, beautiful, beautiful primed face now. We're going to take a kabuki brush if we can find it. I think the most important thing about being on time is having all your products right in front of you. Otherwise you could waste a lot of time looking for them. Okay, my first choice would be this beautiful kabuki brush, but she is still wet. Unfortunately, I gave her a really deep clean with my thieves, and it's just a little bit wet still. So I'm going to use this sponge instead. It's just a velour sponge. They're great as well. So we're going to use small amounts, but we're going to keep dipping back in. I'm going to start with the areas we want to cover the most. Okay, all I've left is the areas I'm going to come back and highlight, and I've just left some extra product where I would normally conceal if I was using a liquid product. Now I'm going to go in and do the sides of the nose. Now this can be cakey for a lot of people because of the skin on the nose, so I'm going to show you how I buff in my contour and how I make the product stay in place for a nice glam look. So what we do is we tap it on. And make sure to get every nook and cranny. And then go in and buff it in, so little circles. Okay, and then with our 5th dip now, I think it's the 5th dip with only just that tiny amount of product, we're going to go in and highlight. Just going to take a detailed face brush for this bit. Just put a tiny little bit of product on the brush and leave it on. Very crux of the nose and little triangle under the eye. With that same brush, I'm going to go back with another tiny little dip with just a tiny bit of product. And anywhere where I can still see blemishes I want to cover, I'm just going to go over, for now, what's a third layer. I also use that opportunity to kind of dust away any excess powder that was there, but I don't really brush it off like you do with baking. I'm more just working it in with a small brush. So let's hurry up and do a beautiful eye look. And then we'll come back and bronze and lipstick and we'll be golden. Oh, and mascara. So we're going to use 2 Aether Beauty palettes and probably a Savvy Minerals one too. We've got the Joshua Tree. We've got the beautiful Amethyst. And we've got Savvy Minerals Royal Winter palette. So we've got some definite glamorous colors in there. First things first, I'm going to take a beautiful defined flat brush that's very flat and very sort of not fluffy. And I'm going to jump into the color Grace, which is the Savvy Minerals, and I'm going to tap it under the brow, finish that off. I'm going to wet my brush with some Savvy Minerals misting spray, a nice little damp flat brush. This is probably my favorite flat brush. And I'm going to go in with the color Unwind from Savvy Minerals, which is a beautiful fawn color, matches my top really, really well. And I'm going to go all over the lid with it. Okay, there it is. All right, next we're going to go into the Aether Beauty into Pisces, which is this beautiful shimmery black color. It's kind of aubergine. And we're going to go into the crease with a fluffy brush. Okay, taking my most favorite crease brush in the beautiful black that we've got, the new moon, and just deepening that crease right into the depth. Going in with another little defined brush, we're going to go into the beautiful Mystic and do the inner corner. So I'm going to go in now with a beautiful purple, just to do my outer V, because purple will always make everything a little bit more glam. I'm actually going to use the beautiful matte purple from the Joshua Tree palette. Beautiful pinky toned purple lavender. I'm just going to go in there. Now, because my brush has a little bit of black on it already, it's going to blend beautifully and going to be nice and deep. Check that out. So easy, so quick, and so glam. Just going to take a damp one of these, just a flat brush. I'm just going to do a beautiful pop of color from the Amethyst palette. Beautiful shimmery purple just on the lower line. You can use a pencil, it will be faster. Okay, we've only got a couple of minutes left. We're going to do a liquid line. I'm going to use a pen, the Glide Liquid Eyeliner by Nutrimetics. It's very quick and easy to use. I'm going to try and do a very thin line. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to definitely need to finish off the inner corner just to elongate the eye. So a little bit there. Okay, we've still got a couple of seconds, so I'm just going to do white inner waterline. Always dresses everything up. Quick do-over of mascara, bronzer, and we're done. And as always, with my detailed face brush, we're going to take a beautiful Mystic and we're going to do a little bit of highlight. And she's done. Now for lips, we're going to be quick here because time is up. Beautiful, and then you can be out the door just like that. So what do you guys think? I know it was really, really quick, so you can definitely feel free to slow it down or pause it to follow the steps because this was a timed challenge, and I think we just got in there with the 15:05 seconds, so just over. I had the screen flashing at me, the time's up. Definitely would have helped to have everything lined out in front of me because I think that's the only way to really do it. For every day at work, this is probably just as much makeup as I would put on. The only thing is I wouldn't put 3 and 4 layers of foundation, and I wouldn't do such intense contour because I just don't think I need it. And I know And the reason is I use a less shiny and a slightly more dark coloured bronzer, whereas this one's quite glittery and quite bronze from Nutrimetics. So they do a few different ones, and this is the one I've chosen to use today because I thought it would just definitely glam things up and make things really pretty. Definitely would love to have had a lip liner on and a bit of gloss, so would have loved another 30 seconds for that, but I chose to do a liquid eyeliner, and that just takes a little bit longer. And I also chose to do underlash, wet line, all these little extra steps that aren't necessarily necessary but they definitely do help to just pretty up the whole entire look. Okay, so normally I would get ready for work. I have usually 7 to 10 minutes. I don't normally get to do it all in one hit, and I definitely do all my moisturizing and all that sort of stuff before I even sit down to do my makeup when I'm washing my face in the morning. So that's also part of it. But yeah, getting ready and looking really, really ready for a beautiful night out is not hard to do in a pinch. You just got to have the right tools and you've got to be ready to go. So because I've got a glam room set up, it's a little bit easier for me, I would expect, than in your private bathrooms, but I think it's very possible. And if you sort of see the techniques I used, they were very, very straightforward. We used basic colors, which we know in advance will work. You can definitely use greens and blues and pinks and things like that instead of purple. Purple just happens to be such a velvety and such a royal color, so it really works for me. You don't have to do liquid line if you're not comfortable. A navy pencil is a really, really great way to go, or a gray pencil. And obviously no fake eyelashes because I don't do any of that sort of stuff, but if you were going to do fake eyelashes, they do take a long time for most people. So yeah, I think I'm pretty wrapped with this look. I mean, we mostly used natural products. The lippy is Nutrimetics, the bronzer is Nutrimetics, the eyeliner and mascara is Nutrimetics. Everything else is either Aether Beauty or Savvy Minerals. Yeah, it's just a really, really, really easy way to go full glam, and I'm just loving the way my skin turned out. I'm almost wishing I had somewhere to go right now, all dressed up, all glammed up. So thank you to Kailin Chase for coming up with this idea. I really loved watching you do it. You're so funny and you're so talented, and so I thought definitely I have to give it a go using my natural products. I hope you at home are staying nice and safe and, you know, filling your days with things that make you happy and bring you joy. Love that you're coming along on this journey with me. I so appreciate you stopping by on this video. If you liked it, please go ahead and hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, spread the word, because I would love for more people to come along and watch my videos. They'll be just so, so lovely. For more stuff about me and everyday life and things like that, please go over to Instagram. It's linked to my Facebook page as well. And wherever you are around the world, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.